G'day everyone, Professor Maple here. We're back on Maple's World, and what? I'm not starting an episode in my base. What's wrong with me, eh? Today we're doing a building project out by the behind me you can see the iron farm here, the iron etc. farm. But we're actually working in the spawn chunks proper here. You can see we've got a bunch of cobblestone laid out for a very, very, very large and long-term build. So this is not a this episode thing. You may be asking, Maple, why are you starting a very, very, very large build the episode before you fight the Wither as your next episode? Well, again, this is going to be a long-running thing, and I just want to do some building. I feel like, first off, I wanna just check this. Hold on, bear with me. Slow falling potion. So yeah, oh, I need to go higher. That should be fine. That should be yeah, that's perfect. There we go. So this slow falling potion gives us a good perspective on the area this is going to take up. So the middle part's what we're working on today. We're not working on the whole thing. I'm not even sure if we'll get what we're working on done today, but that's fine. So what we're working on in this area is going to be a scale model of the building I live in, and it's the sister building. There are two buildings side by side. There's a little courtyard area in the middle there. That's the part we're working on today. And I will throw some reference pictures on screen if I remember to. But basically, the part we're working on today is the little courtyard in the middle, because that is not going to take nearly as long as either of these two buildings. And so I've kind of measured it out. And again, scale modeling is kind of tricky, which is why I'm using a thing I live inside of as my reference, so that I can. And you know what? I think we're. Okay, yeah. And also, we may or may not change a few things here. In this case, oof, that slow falling is that's something to get used to, eh? So yeah, we're going to talk about what we're doing for the weather fight. We're going to talk about some of our decisions here. I'm going to actually, I was thinking of, because in the reference picture that I will throw on screen, the sort of middle bit here kind of cuts off. I think we're going to just leave it as a full circle. It'll give us a little more area to play with inside. I was debating doing that, and now that I've seen it from up above, I think I want to just go with the full circle. So that's the first thing here. And so yeah, we're terraforming. I don't really, where's my F5? I don't really do much terraforming these days. I do like the Settlers of Catan project, which is like a minimal amount because I'm just building little like floating island bits and then putting a landscape inside of them. I wouldn't really call that terraforming. And then we've also I don't really do a whole lot of other like actual terraforming. So we're gonna start on that today. Obviously this nether portal is gonna have to move, and a couple of the trees, that one over there, this one here, and then of course I'm gonna have to light underneath this thing because it's going to spawn mobs like nobody's business. And so yeah, I think first and foremost we're gonna start off by clearing some of this extra stuff out. I'm gonna have to figure out that nether portal situation. I might just move it down. Is that a thing I can do that will not get me to end up spawning in lava? That's a thing. I might have to do some tricky work in the nether here, but let's take a look at what we've got once this potion runs out in 30 seconds. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay. Alright, so good news is that we've got this nether portal moved down slightly, just enough that these shulker boxes and everything at that level where the road is going to be will be able to fit in. Anything inside this sort of double ring here is going to be at this height here, the Y68, Anything outside of it is going to be Y69. I'm sure someone's already typing a joke in the comments there. And then anything within this part of the ring here is also going to be Y69. So anyway, what I want to do now, because if I wait till later and find out that I've moved this portal and it's all just gone wrong, I'm gonna not be happy with myself. So we're gonna hop through this portal, make sure it's synced up to the old portal, and make sure we don't fall into lava on the other side here. Fingers crossed. Oh, good. Yes. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So the Y value did not change enough for that to desync. That is splendid. I was really, really clenching my butt cheeks there. Really worried that that would not go to plan there. But this is great. I'm completely down with this. Now, really quick, just while I'm placing all of these slabs, I want to kind of address next episode a little bit. I am going to do the wither fight, as I've mentioned last episode and also again this episode. Now, the plan for that episode is, because it's going to be the 50 episode 50. Hold on, episode 40. What? Episode 50, episode 40. This is only episode 39 right now. I'm a derp. But anyway, so yeah, because it's going to be episode 40, we're doing a wither fight. And part of what's going to... I thought about different ways I could do the wither fight and do it differently than I've seen it done recently in other people's videos. But one thing I haven't seen it done... one way I haven't seen it done recently is as a musical. Like, I've seen people fight withers in other dimensions. I was thinking about doing it in the Nether, since the Nether update's going to be a thing soon. I've been thinking about doing it in the end, and I saw someone else do it in the end, and I was like, you know what, I would have ended up doing the same thing, so like the exact same way in the end. So that I don't want to repeat that. So in the end, I'm not like an awful singer. It's been a while since years since I've sung regularly. Haven't been in a band in a while, and to put my singing on the internet for people to probably laugh at, that's probably going to be a fair reaction. But yeah, to put myself out there like that when I already have social anxiety and stuff to kind of hold me back and whatnot, that's a thing. So yeah, I don't know how to use autotune. I'm not learning for one episode. So episode 40, we're fighting the wither. I'm going to be singing the entire episode during the preparations and the outro and the actual fighting of the wither. I'm going to have a very hard time trying to avoid copyright infringement. So that's not a disaster waiting to happen on its own. But yeah, so that's a thing we're gonna do. Although I guess as long as I don't sing the words to existing songs, it's comes out as a parody, right? I think that's how that works. I'm gonna reread that before we go ahead with episode 40 next episode. But yeah, so now, I've been placing these slabs. I haven't really explained what these slabs are for. Well, the roadway, I think, is going to be... We're going to use some dark gray concrete powder for this. I thought about the concrete blocks themselves, but you don't get enough of like that sort of road texture. And other places in the build where we could have that same concrete texture it won't be there, because like the sidewalks are going to be made of these slabs here, and I chose them over light gray concrete powder because although the concrete powder has the texture, these have the sort of separating lines that make it look like a sidewalk. So that's what we're going with for that. And there'll be other design choices that we kind of go over in a little bit here. I'm going to just pop a couple more of those down and sleep in the bed. Oh, come on. It's definitely night Minecraft. There we go. But yeah, so this is the direction we're headed with this project. I'm also going to have to direct us downward a little bit and start lighting things up too, just so we're not crouching under here the whole time. That's going to take forever if I have to do that, but we'll be fine. And you know what? I'm actually kind of regretting having brought those two green shulker boxes over there are full of grass blocks. I'm not going to need it. I've got a silk touch shovel, and I'm just going to take out all the stuff down here and reuse it up top. It's super satisfying. I know I don't have a beacon yet, but it's that feeling I want to just have everywhere once I have beacons. So I'm excited for next episode, even though I'm also very, very nervous about singing probably badly. Actually, you know what? It's going to be part of the plan. We're going to probably not sing well, but it's part of the plan, so it's going to go to plan. Right? That's how that works. I can be less nervous if it goes to plan. All right, so this is a little embarrassing. We've got not enough of the dark gray concrete to fill this little donut shape here. I'm gonna need another probably 8 stacks of it before I can go ahead with this. So because I've been actually no, hold on. Oh no, I will still need bone meal for this. I was thinking because of the flower farm, I've been doing a lot of work on over there, and it takes a lot of bone meal to get all the flowers to come up in this large surface area. I've been using a lot of bone meal. I don't have much bone meal, even with the farms running. So I think. Oh, hello, visitor. Hello, zombie pigman. Anyway, so yeah, the driveway part of this is going to have to wait. At least for a little while longer. So I think it's about time we get to the middle bit. And if you look at the reference picture there, so we've got sort of the sidewalk thing that kind of goes in the middle in this sort of like circle pattern. So I think we're gonna leave the middle part as grass on either side because it is kind of offset. And then we'll kind of make the path meet in the middle in that sort of circular pattern as best we can because it's Minecraft, so circles are kind of not a normal thing. And then this is the middle here, this one, and then so these two can be our, actually this should be a block higher even, up here. So I'll have to raise that on this side. But yeah, we'll get this started, and then we'll try the actual like landscaping part of it. Oh, that has to go like that. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. It's a full block, becomes less of a full block. Okay. Oh, there we go. I'm hungry. Perfect. This is exactly what I was waiting for. So for the next 40 episodes, we're gonna do something here. As you can see, we've got in our husbandry section, we've got our cat variant achievement we're trying to get to, but we also have, nope, not 2x2. Where is it? A balanced diet. We've got 34 of the 39 things we can eat. We want to eat everything that's edible, even if it's not good for us. And so in these shulker boxes, every episode I'm going to pull one thing from them for the next 39 episodes. So that'll be, we'll spend at least a couple years now to get to episode 39. So probably the next couple years, and they'll probably add a couple more foods by then anyway. We're gonna try to eat everything one by one. Next episode, it's gonna be one appropriate to the weather. But I think today we're gonna get one of the bad ones out of the way. We're gonna eat the poison potato. I took the food out of my hotbar just to make sure I would remember. Oh, okay, that wasn't so bad actually. Where are we with the achievement? Balanced diet, still at 34. So I have eaten a poison potato before. It's just trial and error. I can't remember all the things I've eaten. It's probably in my stats, but that's too easy. We're gonna do it this way now. So now we've got poisonous potato done. We can yeet these out of here. They're goodbye. You can despawn, and we'll put these away till next episode. Okie dokie, guys. So I've made a little bit of progress. As you can see behind me, it looks kind of like it's meant to have a Pokemon battle on it or something. uh, unfortunately, we're not using that mod, so that's not going to be the case today. Actually, I want to get a bird's eye view. Pardon the rain, by the way. Yeah, I don't have my slow falling, but from far away it looks pretty much the same. I think the reason I've laid it out this way is because I needed the circle in the middle, and then I was deciding between these and the concrete powder, and I think we're going with concrete powder for this middle bit. We'll do the sidewalks probably in this stuff when we get to the sidewalks outside of the ring here. But I think for the middle bit we're gonna swap this all over to our concrete powder. Now I think after this, I'm gonna throw that image back up on the screen here, and you'll see there's sort of this stairwell. That's a fire escape from the parking garage, which is basically underneath the entire pair of the buildings and the courtyard and everything. I need to light this up a little bit more down here. And so I want to incorporate that, because then I can take out all the scaffolding and stuff, and we have something that fits not only the story of what we're building, but also the functionality that we need to get up and down, in and out of here, in order to be able to. Oh, it's getting dark again. I'm going to be able to sleep. Yay! But yeah, we'll be able to get up and down to access our items and things for building. So that's the next step I want to take here. Okay, so we've we've finished our concrete, but I'm not sure. Like before, when I had the cobblestone in there, that was just to measure this out. But I think I liked it better with something contrasting in the middle. That little middle circle it's been lost now amongst the concrete powder. So I think I might switch it for maybe some dark concrete powder in the middle. We'll refine that circle, and we'll pop that in there instead, and give that a try. Also, you can see I've started kind of measuring out where I think maybe we want the stairway to go, and I don't have, like, I either have nether brick, which is kind of red, or I've got dark oak, which is as dark a brown as I can find. And in the picture there's this railing sort of thing that's black. It's painted iron metal of some sort, but I didn't think that like iron bars would quite fit the look. This fits a lot more closely to what I'm looking at. It's not quite perfect, but it'll do. I think this is what we're gonna do. So now I'm gonna get some stairs put in here. I might remeasure this though, just in case we need to have to push this back one or something. And we'll actually get started on some of the planting of the garden, and maybe there's a little bit more building involved there too. Anyone else hear that? I think we've got a visitor. Let's take a look down our nice new stairs here. Oh, yeah, here we go. What do you got for me today, bud? Sea pickles, I've got a farm for that. Lily of the Valley, I almost have a farm for that. I've got a farm for the rest of this, so yeah, no thank you. But while we're down here, that's just so satisfying, taking the scaffolding down. Now that I have these stairs in, I could just go around and take all the scaffolding down. That leads to the surface, patch in some holes before I fall through them, hopefully. So for our next component for this build, we've come to this corner of the base. It's the banner merchant's house. the banner merchant who's coerced into making banners for the illagers, uh, as evidenced by this secret stash of illager banners up here. But what we're gonna do is we've got, so my building has two flagpoles out front in that little gardeny courtyard area. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna recreate one of them, and then we're gonna change one. One's the flag for my province, but instead we're gonna make a new flag, new banner. We're gonna make a, let's see, it's gonna be, we're gonna do a little bit of white dye. We're gonna pop that around like this, and then we're gonna do some black dye. Pop it in there. So now we've got our white bordure and our black indented bordure. And now we've got some light blue. That's going to be a lovely little dot in the middle. That's called a light blue roundel. And then I'm saying that like I know what, like I knew that the whole time. I didn't know what that was called till I hovered over it. And then we've got our globe banner pattern from our villagers there. So now we can have what is the official, and not the best looking in the world. I'm sure someone could come up with something better than this, but we've got the white symbolize the stars, the black is the endless void of space, and in this cold void we have Maple's world in the middle there. I thought that'd be kind of interesting. Anyway, so that's our one of our banners. The other one's going to be the Canadian flag, because in case you didn't notice, I am Canadian, and so that is a thing that we're going to kind of make reference to in this next one here. So we're going to use a white banner for this, and I'm going to have to copy a bunch of these. Well, maybe not this one. This one's probably only going to be one or two here and there, but the Maples World banner I might want a few more of for nether portals and stuff. But let's see, so we've got we need the flower charge there. So we've got our white banner with the red flower in the middle. Red flower charge in the middle there. And then we're going to get another roundel. We're going to get a red roundel. Oh, there's a tongue twister. Red roundel, red roundel, red roundel. Almost had it. Let's see, and then we want some white dye, and we want a line down the side, which is this one. So we're going to add our white pale Dexter. Again, I did not realize that's what that was called till I just added it there. And then we got the two little red bits on the ends. So we got red base and a red chief. Okay, there. And voila, one sideways Canadian flag, just as nature intended it, sort of. I don't know. I've grown up in places with lots of winds, so that's not really super descriptive of that. Let's see. Let's make one copy of that just so we have something to go in. Was it here? One of these chests. One of these chests is the final banners. Or is it? Is it? No. Oh, I need another barrel in here or something. I can't believe it. It looks like a safari ball. Like I put the concrete here. I stole it from the outside. Shh! Don't tell. I'm sure whoever put it there will be okay. But it looks like a safari ball. It looks like I should be going back to... Was it Saffron's? No, not Saffron. I don't remember first gen too well anymore, guys. But it looks like I should be going back to the safari zone and looking for a Chansey or something. Anyway, we got some podzol in as well in here to kind of mark where the little garden-y bits are going to go in. And so... Now it's just now we're getting to the actual gardening, planting part of it, and also some trellis work. All right, guys, we are back, and you know we're pretty much done here. I've filled in all the concrete powder, and I've also lit it up. Nothing can spawn on this little courtyard area anymore in the driveway here. I've got to expand the driveway out a little bit behind me there. You can see there's going to be a roadway that kind of leads out of here. This hill might go depending on how big the hill is, of course. And we've got I'm gonna have like a walkway set up. Maybe the perimeter of the spawn chunks will be a walkway of a specific color so that it's easy to tell where the spawn chunks kind of start and stop. But here it is. Here's the courtyard. I'll try and put up more than one picture here if I can, so that you can see kind of what the actual courtyard looks like. Also, especially since my picture was taken in like March last year, when everything was muddy and kind of gross looking. But it was easier to see the layout of things because there weren't plants in the way. I added the bushes to the top of the trellis there. I think that looks nice. I think that looks a lot better. As much as we're doing like a scale-ish model of things, some of these artistic changes, I feel like we're much better off doing stuff like that than not here. So we've got some nice variety in the flowers. We've got some blue, we've got some orange, we've got some red and white and pink and purple, and it looks so alive, and it's nice because of that. Now I'm not sure if I'm almost tempted to put a bunch of villagers just in the village or in the apartments when I'm done Spawn Town. I don't know. I've got big plans for Spawn Town that kind of go outside of these two buildings we're gonna put together. Oop, hi bushes. Lots of bushes there. There we go. F5 is difficult when you don't remember how to navigate a thing you just built. But yeah, I'm playing with the idea of, when the buildings are done, putting villagers in them and putting a wall around this whole thing so that zombies don't spawn and kill them all and stuff. But that's like a, oof, who knows how soon that'll be. That may be years down the line, at the rate I do things and whatnot. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Have a good now. Have a good later. Leave a like if you feel like it deserves it. That actually doesn't look too bad from the air either. Now I see it over the shoulder. Anyway, and yeah, subscribe if you want to see more. Goodbye. Oh, and don't forget to stop by next episode for the musical wither fight. That should be something for sure. Whether it's your something or not, I don't know, but it'll be a something of some sort.